Azerbaijan is heading to Basel 2025 with Mamagama and Run With You. But will this one be running into the final? Let's review Eurovision. So, Azerbaijan has had a fairly kind of mixed record in Eurovision over the past few years, I think it's fair to say. But they're trying their luck this time with Mama Gamma and Run With You. So, let's have a little listen. So that was a bit of Azerbaijan's entry for this year. Jack, what do you make of it?
Um, well, it's for a refreshing change. I don't hate it. I actually kind of like it. It's certainly, I mean, other than Matahari, Azerbaijan has not sent a really good entry for, I mean, really quite some time. I mean, we're talking Matahari in the last 10 years is the only one that I think is half decent and is one that I listen to. I wouldn't listen to this regularly. When it comes on the Spotify playlist, I'll listen to it. And it'll sort of the 3 minutes pass by. I'm like, yeah, that was nice. And then the next one comes on. I don't skip it and other Azeri entries I have. But that's quite not that's not high praise really because the benchmark is so low with Azerbaijan. I think it is catchy to an extent. I think they sing it quite well. It's just in a relatively enjoyable listen. And yeah, no, I don't mind it at all. It's the least worst thing Azerbaijan has sent, other than Matahari, for a good 10 years. So I'm on board with it. And I think I hope it does better than usual for Azerbaijan.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It feels like since Matahari, Azerbaijan's kind of not really been trying too hard because I think Matahari didn't finish as highly as it probably should have done. So I think they've kind of almost been like throwing the toys out the pram a little bit over the last few years, going, well, why should we try? And this is yeah, I am like pleasantly surprised by it. I think he's got a really interesting voice in a good way. It's really distinct, it's really unique. Um, the music video is extremely weird. So I'm intrigued as to what they will do with staging. Because I mean he's basically it's in some kind of lab and he's his body's two halves not connected, kind of wires everywhere. So it's quite like futuristic and odd, which I don't know whether that necessarily kind of goes with the tone of the song, but I'm intrigued to see how they stage it. But yeah, I kind of, you've got little kind of elements in it, when you've got a bit of kind of strumming of a guitar that sounds quite, folky and a bit more ethnic. So it's nice that it like they're sending something a little bit different. But yeah, I find it pretty pleasant as a listen as well. Now it's going 10th in the first semi-final. So do you think it's making it through to the final? Uh, what would you score it?
So I'll go with my score first. I'm going to score it a 6, I think, which is, it's pleasant. It's not a standout by any way, but I think it is perfectly pleasant. And you're right to pick up on the folky, instruments from the area, which is in the past few years they haven't leaned into that much. Fade to Black from 2022 could have been from Scandinavia. I mean, there was nothing remotely Azerbaijan about it. This really, really is, and that is a pleasant, pleasant change. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6. Will it qualify? Not sure. I don't think so. I'm leaning towards no. I quite like it too because I think there's 5 worse songs from this in the semi-final, but it's the first semi-final is tricky because there are a few that are clearly going to go through. Sweden definitely there, Norway definitely there, Albania definitely there. But beyond that, actually, you can almost make a case for all 15 of them. Maybe not Slovenia, but Maybe not that one, but for nearly every song, there is a case to get through. So I think it will come down to the staging, and it's got a half decent running order. It's 10th, as you say, so it's not out of the running. If I had to say right now, is it going through? I don't think it is, but it's there are ingredients that can be put together to make a good cake that will send Azerbaijan into the final. So yeah, we'll see. But it's 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I mean, again, God, this today we've really been
We're
in
twinning.
agreement. Because yeah, I would give it a 6.5. So that gives it 12.5 overall. So pretty middling, more positive than negative. And yeah, I really can't call it on whether it gets through. Because it's not a very typically Eurovision song. So that makes me like err on the side of caution and think it wouldn't. But it has its merits. And if it was up to me, I would put it through. So we'll see. It's been, yeah, I can't call it either way. I think it'll only kind of become a bit clearer, as we get further towards the contest. Um, but that's what we think. Let us know what you think of Azerbaijan's entry in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, so you can get notified every time we upload new content. And of course, we are on Instagram and now TikTok. So you can get lovely little promo videos for us on there. If you can't face watching a whole 8 minutes of us, you can get a little roundup. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.